just leaving Weyburn now. It's 11:15 in Weyburn, and I just talked to U.S. Customs, and they're expecting us. I have a flight plan on file which automatically opens actually in 15 minutes, but that's okay. Yeah, here in Canada, you file a flight plan for your, even though it's your estimated time, it automatically opens at that time. And not like in the States where you have to call up and open your flight plan. Out here, it just automatically opens. Then you obviously won't forget. Okay, I still got my little spot working. It's been working all the time I was on the ground. Okay, I know I just checked the weather, but it seems that it basically getting out of here is where it's going to be a little bit questionable. There's stuff all around us here, but most of it is not on our track. Clouds out here, I'm at 5,000 feet, roughly, give or take. And the base of them varies on some of them. But yeah, so I'm kind of weaving in and out between them. So I guess I better switch tanks here now, so I'll just I'll talk to you in a bit. There, and when you see the ground, it almost looks like a massive golf course with a lot of obstacles, sand traps and water, but it's just farmland. Okay, switched tanks. Got roughly just over an hour to go before we head overhead the town of Winkler, and then after that it's sort of downhill into Piney Pinecreek. So far so good. Okay, I guess I can take that pump off now. Yeah, okay, I got her on the left tank now. So, as you can see, we're just trucking right along here, right on track. That's us right there. And that's us right there as well. That's on the Aviator Bendix King GPS. Now we're burning about 8.3, 8.4 gallons an hour. That's U.S. gallons. And we're clicking along here at 104 knots, which I planned 103, so that's good enough. And I haven't got her wide open like I should have. I think I should have around 26, 25. Yeah, I'm about 50 RPM low, but that's okay. Don't want to strain the old girl too much.
Ready for takeoff. Departing.
Okay, that's, let me see if I can read that. That's the town of Reston? I guess that's Reston. I can't read on one side. I gotta turn my head the other way. Yeah, quite a bit of canola fields out here. That's all that yellow stuff that you'll see. That's all canola. As you can see the spot there, flashing away. I just noticed on this, I'm using the Garmin Verb now, it doesn't like heat. It's just like those Apple iPad type things, they don't like heat either. And they have a habit of shutting down. And so what I've done with this, I've got a nice long extension cord on it, and I actually got it laying on my seat here, and I got cold air blasting on it. And so far so good. Hopefully it's recording this, because it's the only camera I've been using. I haven't got the other one set up yet. I'll set that up some later time. Right now I just don't have time for that. I got too much on my hands here. When there's just the one of you and you got to do the navigate, and when the things are kind of questionable out here and you got to look for weather, I think that's sort of a secondary thing, the camera. But this one's very handy, so I'll just keep on using this, and hopefully tonight when I get to the hotel I'll be able to edit this. This Sony, well, this particular mount, and I wasn't on there for more than 2 seconds, and bang, down it came. So I'm not quite sure what the problem is with this. I'll have to look at some better mounts, some real good suction ones, once I get to Oshkosh. I'm sure they got all types of good ones out there, because this doesn't work at all. I don't know why. I mean, it just doesn't want to work. And it's what I took the plastic off. Yeah, I know I've had questions about that. Yeah, the only reason why the plastic was on there was to keep it clean. Yeah, the plastic's off, and I just can't seem to get a good grip on the plexiglass here. Well, let's see what we're doing here. Winkler. Coming up in 27 minutes. Okay, we're running pretty close to flight plan. And we're getting bounced around a bit now, but it's okay. I can manage to still fly her with just rudder. Seems to be holding the altitude nicely, so. Burning 8.3 roughly gallons per hour US. And I just did a check on how the fuel flow was on my last fuel up, and boy, talk about accuracy. I had planned, like I started out with 50 US gallons, so that's 25 per side. And when I checked my fuel flow gauge, it said fuel used was 30.4 US gallons. When I fueled up, after doing the conversions from liters to US gallons, and tried to figure that one out when you're flying. Anyway, I used 30.4, and when I did the conversion, the uplift in US gallons in Weyburn was 30.1. So, you can't get much better than that, because I probably didn't fill the tanks up as high as I wanted to. It was pretty hot because they were starting to vent already, so I didn't fill them right up to the top. But had I filled it up just a little bit more, I would have got that extra 0.3 in there. But anyway, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Glad that the instruments are behaving normally and that they're accurate. Oh, what are we doing here? Me and my yakking, I got off a track here. Well, that's okay, nothing serious. There we go. I think I'd fall asleep if I had an autopilot. I was just checking the weather down all the way to Piney, and it looks good, and down to Bemidji it looks good too. But I was thinking, well, maybe what I should do is just go direct from Piney and go all the way down to Marshfield, which is about a just over a 3-hour flight. Because I know right at Marshfield there's an airport with a hotel right right there as well. But it's a convention center type hotel, so not quite sure what what's available there. And I also know that they're pretty expensive, I think, the last time I checked. The one in Bemidji, it's I think about $85 US. So that's about 110 bucks Canadian, something like that. But I think I might be able to get it a little bit cheaper because I usually tell them where I'm calling from, and I'm at the fixed base operator, and I understand that they give us some pretty good rates from the fixed base operator because you got your airplane there and stuff like that. So I'll give them a call, and failing that, I'll tell them I'm an ex-airline employee or whatever, and which I was retired. But anyway, I'll see if I can finagle them down a bit. I mean, every little penny helps with a trip like this. Like just the fuel up in Weyburn was $211 Canadian. That wasn't bad. It was 185 a liter. So that's pretty good actually. I've seen them a lot higher than that. I've seen them up to $2 a liter. But anyway, so that's it for now. And like I said, another 10 minutes or so, and we'll be overhead Winkler, and then from there on, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump. From Winkler, it's another 30 minutes. Oh, sorry, 44 minutes. So that's good. Down to Winkler. Remember spending a night in here when I was heading out towards Lake of the Woods when I had my Piper Colt. Anyway, Winkler is also where they made my hangar door. So the airplane was right below, or rather the airport was right below us, so I didn't even see it, but I got the waypoint notification on my flight plan here. So I know we passed it. So now we got just over a half hour to go, and we'll be in the US of A. And I gave him a call, like I said, when I was in Weyburn, and he's expecting us. He said, whatever time you get here is fine. So hopefully I'll remember to put the camera on the dash. Hang on just a sec here. I got a little clouds I got to circumnavigate here. Oh, okay. Guess we'll go through it instead. There we go. I just skimmed the bottom of it. Gotta stop here somewhere. Oh, there's a nice little church down there. There. Not used to these almost sea level airports here. And Piney, it's Cherokee Charlie Charlie November returning final, runway 33 at Piney Pinecreek. Okay, the guy's already there. Piney, it's Charlie November. We're clear 3-3 ramp. Well, there's the customs guy, so I better turn the thing off. I just fueled up, but they only allow you to get 15 gallons at a time here. So I guess they've had some issues with people paying or not paying or something, I don't know. Anyway, that's all I need, just enough to top it off here. So we're taking off on the left tank, I guess. Yeah, left tank. Okay, boy, that was some do. I'll tell you about it once we get airborne here. Piney Pinecreek, it's Cherokee Charlie November, departing runway 33. It'll be a left turn out, and we'll be southbound. Cherokee Charlie November, airborne off 33. Just passing through 1,500. We're in the left turn, heading southbound to Bemidji. All set up for cruise here. No use going up too high out here. We're only up 3,500 feet. That's our our altitude of field altitude in Vulcan. So I'm up 3,500 feet here, and I think the elevation here is only a couple. No, it's what is it? Just over 1,000 feet here above sea level. But yeah, in any case, it's a pain in the butt in a way. The customs clearance was nothing. You know, they come along with this little thing and they make sure you got nothing, I guess, stashed away in your wings or something. But anyway, that took all of about 30 seconds. And then nice air-conditioned vehicle took me down to the customs immigration, and we just bang, 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 checked out in the computer, and lo and behold, I saw my picture there. I don't know what that meant, but I saw it on the computer. So anyway, this flashed my passport through it, and yeah, I don't know, it all just seemed to work out fine. So yeah, it's and it's hotter than Hades out here. It must be 30 degrees centigrade and very muggy. It was even hotter yesterday, I understand. So I was planning on maybe just going all the way down to Marshfield, and then it's only a short hop from there to Oshkosh. But I'll tell you, you know, it gets tiring. I've been, I guess all told, it'll be probably, I don't know, 7-8 hours or something, and then all the time in between that you got to fuel it up, and like I said, the pumps only allow you 15 gallons, so then you got to go back and get the other 15, reinsert everything, and I had problems initially with it because the hose didn't want to come all the way to the airplane. It kept on pulling it back into the reel. Anyway, lots of experiences when you're doing this type of thing. I mean, it's not like I haven't been here before. I'm quite familiar with the airport, and I looked at the U.S. Customs, and holy cow! I mean, it's just a little 2-lane road they got there, but they close at 5 o'clock, and Of course, I got there early enough. I got there to about 3:30, I guess it was, so there wasn't an issue. But I'll tell you, 5 o'clock they close, and they also take care of the road. So if you're going southbound into the States from Manitoba, by 5 o'clock, forget it, you're not going. Now, all you do is go across the street there and go on the Canadian side, and they're open until, I believe, 10 o'clock. Now, you want to talk about cutbacks. And but when you look at the equipment these guys got, they're living in, well, I don't know if they're living there, I doubt it, but the facilities there are bar none. I mean, they've got everything in there. They can check, you name it. They got things to check the trucks, and I don't know, the border crossings from the States, they're pretty up to date. And then you look at the Canadian side, and there's this little white house. It might be 800 square feet, but that's it. That's the Canadian customs. they're open till 10 o'clock. Anyway, folks, it's looking good. I'm looking. There you go. I'm looking southbound towards Bemidji, and it's looking pretty clear out there. I noticed in the Minneapolis area, there was pretty heavy-duty stuff out there, so that's just southwest of here. Anyway, we're going to head off and go to Bemidji and take a look and see what they have to offer. Leave it, see if I can get that hotel out there. That'd be nice. And then I can just sit back, relax, and maybe have a good meal or something. Anyway, we'll talk to you when we get into Bemidji.
Bemidji traffic, Charlie Armor, turning left base, runway 31. And it'll be a full stop.
Traffic, left base, runway 31. Traffic, traffic.
Bemidji traffic, Charlie November, turning final, runway 31, full stop, Bemidji.
Yeah, I know I'm high.
Bemidji traffic, Charlie November, turn the quick back track for the taxiway. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Bemidji traffic, Charlie November is clear, runway 31.